Max. Hey, man, hold on. Let me get rid of a call. Okay, he's on. Max.
Yes, sir.
Sorry about that.
No problem. How you doing today?
I'm really well. Thank you for asking.
Good.
We've been in the laundry business for about 15 years, and
yes, sir.
Obviously that should mean a lot to you, as we're not making some attempt to dip our toe in the water here.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, laundromats, as you well know, we do half of our business on Sunday. We play catch up the rest of the week. It's a good business. It's there's a huge expenditure. We need to outlay a lot of money up front, and we retool those stores every 7 years or so. Let me start by asking you something. Do you know why we're interested in this spot?
I imagine it's because of all the infrastructure already in place for it. I know there's an enormous amount of cost associated with that.
Smart man. That's exactly the word I was grappling for, infrastructure. So it is there. We don't know how much work it may take to get it back to snuff. I frankly prefer filthy, nasty, disgusting old laundromats with very aged equipment in place, because behind that equipment, I know that what we need to be successful is still operating the gas, water, electric. Here, it's not just cobwebs. There could be some major issues. You don't know. I don't really know. But we can start with this conversation. I want to make sure you're not crazy. I'm not crazy. On a 15-year term, I need to be at 65, 70 cents a square foot to start for this to make sense. This is a smaller store. And again, my debt service, I'm going to spend 160, 175,000 without breaking a sweat.
You mean 65 cents a square foot per year or per month?
Per month, of course.
Okay. Gotcha. You know, I was about to be like, maybe
he might be crazy,
but you know, I think that there's a chance that could work. Additionally, I know that. So, I mean, the owners are over there right now with a crew of construction workers, white boxing 5 of the other suites in the center. They might have an interest in doing that here if you can agree to pay a little bit more rent, but keep a little bit more money in your pocket up front. Is that interesting to you, or do you still just want to be right at this sort of number?
Well,
I will say here, everything is on the table.
Of course.
This is a property that, you know, has been kind of depressed in the past. It's it's been newly acquired, and they're breathing some life back into it. So they're hungry for commitment. I can tell you that. And sorry again if there's a little noise in the background.
Not at all.
I'm getting my car worked on, and I'm sitting in the waiting room right
now. I have
a
home office, so you never know when the kids or the wife are going to bust in.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. At this infancy here, at the beginning of our discussions, I just want to make sure that the square footage and the starting rate of rent is appropriate and commensurate for a laundromat for us. Because again, it's not a dollar store where we're trying to sell product from India. It's not a nail salon where we have a service industry. This is different. We rent gas, water, and electric to people, and really a small amount of space. That's this industry. We do our stores 24/7. We become the police of the center. We put Alexa systems in the stores. Why not? I have it in the house. Allow the customer, the consumer to use it. Everyone talks about customer service. McDonald's sells a shitty hamburger for a good price. Our thing is getting this place operational. If we're close at 65 cents a square foot, then we can put an LOI in your hands. I'm not trying to avoid conversation. We also, on a 15-year term, we need lengthy rent abatement here. Not like, again, I pick on national chains. It's not a Burger King, where we're trying to get that rent abatement and free rent to get the doors open, and then we have a line of shorties in the drive-through immediately. That's not this. Every consumer that was using this laundromat has left. They're all at another service center right now. So what we need to do is bring them back, and that takes a lot of time. It might take us 6 months to get this place operational. I hate to bring it up, but current environment, I don't know if you've tried to buy an appliance for your residence recently.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand what you're saying.
You can't get them.
Everything's tough.
One tiny part might come from China, and then the entire system breaks down.
Yeah. Same with cars, same with a lot of stuff now.
You're a smart guy. My wife wants the brand new Cadillac Escalade, and I'm fine with that, but it's not going to happen for a good 6 months, and she understands that. We need,
absolutely.
We need 12 months abatement for this to make sense for us. We need a decent rate of rent, not for the center, but for a laundromat. And again, if we're close, we can go to the mattresses, put it all in writing.
I think we're close. I mean, this is the thing. They kind of bought this place. Their basis is very low. They bought it because it's in an opportunity zone. They're just trying to kind of build the plane on the way down.
I got you.
So
your analogies are better than mine.
And it's not like it's going down. I mean, the national, they got a very good deal on it. And the national tenants.
I'm not all about ask here. I want to tell you what we can do for you. Obviously, change the dichotomy of this center. We sign rights to trespass. We have very close relationship with local police departments so that we can.
So they'll actually be co-tenants in this center as well. So
who are you courting?
Come again?
Who are you courting right now? Who are you looking at?
Courting. I'm not necessarily sure I understand.
You said the other tenants, the anchor tenants.
Oh, Save-A-Lot, primarily Save-A-Lot Foods and Family Dollar, and City Trends. Those
are our people. That's perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Additionally, the sheriff's office is putting an additional kind of outreach office or auxiliary office space in this center, kind of right at the corner. Have you seen the website?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So where it bends around right at the corner, kind of opposite caddy corner where this we're talking about for you guys would be.
Right.
That's where the sheriff's office is going to be. So there's going to be hugely significantly more police presence in the center because in the past, I don't think this will be part of the future, but in the past there's been some homelessness activity around, and I think that that's just not going to be the case anymore. So I'm excited about that.
Well, Max, so many laundromat operators are scared shitless to keep their stores open 24/7. Somebody might poopy in a machine. Costs $1.50 to turn it on and run it out. Not a big deal. The best security, is one customer in the store. The best security is one real consumer sitting in our laundromat, and that's what we do. The only other, what type of TI might we be looking at? What type of money can they throw at us? Obviously helping, air conditioning units are normally shot on these stores. We air condition our stores. Flooring, anything that helps elevate your boat. We're not looking for anything that has to do with our furnishings and equipment here. Did I lose you? Apparently I did. I thought you just decided to hang up on me and... Max! What is happening? I didn't think you're the kind of guy to just slam the phone down on me like that.
No, I think what happened is like cut my car on and it connected to the Bluetooth.
Oh, okay. So I was saying, what type of TI is the group looking at throwing at us?
And that's not really a question I feel like I could really answer effectively. Mostly because I think they're probably more keen on some renovation than TI, but I do know that they're probably spending $10 or $15 a square foot in some of the other spots to kind of get them back up to snuff.
Okay. Is your Bluetooth on? Because it's very hard to hear you.
Okay. No, I don't think so. Is it still difficult or?
No, it's a little better. Well, look,
Okay.
let me do this. I'm again, when it comes to tenant improvement money, we're only looking for obviously AC units, ceiling tile, things that we need and that you want. In other words, if you decide to vanilla this spot, blow everything out, create more inventory, and hope to get an optometrist in there, you're going to have to redo the AC anyway. You know, that's essentially what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you get that.
I think that they're obviously going to turn it over with working AC in place.
Yeah.
And
I'm not asking for you to come in and buy me that Escalade. Let me put everything in writing. I know that we're close. I don't hear you slamming the door in my face here.
I think if if we can get something on paper from you guys in terms of this is what you want, we'll see what we can stomach. We'll see what we might have to push back on. But I'm very confident there's a deal to be had here.
Good. No pushbacks. We are another thing. We're the guarantors. My partner Jeff. We are the operators. This is important. And even if you talk to another group, I'm not saying you are, be careful, be relentless when it comes to laundromat operators. You want to make sure it's not a distributor trying to resell this store. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
For obvious reasons. You know, I'm not a big franchise fan. Personally, I don't eat at national chains. And when it comes to business, if you find somebody willing to come in here and say yes, 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 and check all the boxes and pay your ask, they're going to flip this store to someone who's basically not going to know what the fuck they're doing. And that's not us.
That makes sense.
Any questions for me as far as running and operating laundromats or how we do it? I can tell you everything down to what color we paint the walls.
I cards on the table. I've been racking my brain. I don't think I've ever been in a laundromat, frankly.
I'm not surprised.
I've been around them. I just don't know if I've ever darkened the door. So I'm not necessarily familiar with what they are like. So
I don't even know the numbers, Max. But what's funny about your statement? The preponderance of Americans grow up not needing a laundromat, never stepping foot in one. And therein lies the issue. When these operators buy a bill of goods and they go out and purchase what is a turnkey cash business, show me one of those, I'll buy them. And they don't know what they're doing. They've never been a consumer. It's insanity. Now, I bought my first store 15 years ago. I spent $250,000. I shouldn't have spent a dime.
Yeah.
And as I rolled through the store and realized I'm looking at stainless steel equipment, I can't tell how old it is. I never checked the serial numbers. I bought a bill of goods. Now, I made a decision, pull myself up by my bootstraps and change that store. Then I would go after more and more laundries the way we're doing it now. Sign a lease, spend my money on me, on equipment, and equipment at the right price. I appreciate you. Let me send you that email. Keep in touch with me. You've got my cell phone number. You can text me anytime, day or night. And we want to get this thing done and turn this place into a nice, bright, shiny new penny. It's not going to make us rich.
I like it, man.
I like to say a jewel in the crown. It's not a feather in the cap. Feathers blow away. This is going to be a nice store for both of us.
Absolutely.
Let me send you a letter of intent. It'll be one page. Give us about a day.
That'd be perfect.
Thanks,
Looking forward to it.
Thanks for the time.
All right.
Cheers.
Absolutely. Thank you, Danny. Bye-bye.
Well, now's where I ask, what do you think, Jeff?
What do I think? I definitely think there's a deal here to be made.
Yeah, you know.
No question.
I
mean, he even said it himself.
Right. What did you hear him saying, really?
Well, I heard him saying that that they're desperate to get somebody in there, and he knows nothing about the laundromat industry. He's admitted that for sure. We have ownership that's willing to work with somebody.
Right. The funny thing about, let's tackle this backward. I don't know anything about laundromats. Great.
Yep.
So
yep.
Understand, Max is the real estate agent who's speaking to ownership, the landlords, and it sounds like a group. And
right.
He's going to go in there and basically say, hey, nobody here knows shit about laundromats, but they do. This group knows what they're doing, and they're the experts. This guy ticked all the boxes. Let's get him in there. 65 cents a square foot. There's a lot of back and forth. Time to write the LOI. The other thing was just about all of his verbiage was, oh, well, yeah, we can do that. There's that moment when you get a lump in your throat and you say, hey, I need a year free rent. And you've heard it before. They've got three choices, right? Slam down the phone, say, sure. Or, oh, we've never done that before.
Yeah.
You heard
he didn't say no.
He said, oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
But this is why you want to get these major strokes out of the way before we go to the paperwork. Right. Because otherwise we send that LOI and they'll ignore us because they say, well,
exactly.
They're asking for a year free rent. That's not going to happen. And they ignore. It's a game.
Right.
Okay. Get some sleep. We don't send the LOI the same day. You know that. It shows desperation. It's a bit of a game, but it's a game we have to play. Waiting is always the hardest.
Yes, it is.
Don't pack your bags yet.
No, I'm writing it for 65 cents.
65 cents, 12 months abatement.
Okay.
Do you need my copy of the LOI? You have the original.
No, I've got it.
All right. Write it. Send it to me. We're not going to give a dollar figure to tenant improvement money. Just ask for air conditioning delivered and guaranteed. You know, everything's in there. So cut and paste. Send it to me, and I'll have you forward it to him.
You got it. You're the man.
Looks like you're leaving New Jersey here, one way or another.
Oh man, let's see, bro. Remember, it's not official till it's signed.
Right. Yeah. Talk soon.
All right, brother. All right, man. Bye.
That's one of my students, Jeff, and he lives in Jersey. We've been making calls for some time in New Jersey, but I've had this happen before where students leave, they move. My guarantee to you, if you hire me to negotiate a lease for you, there's no time limit. There's no area or region I won't go. So if you decide to move from Atlanta to Zimbabwe, I'll call stores there. If you move from LA to New York for whatever reason, I'll call stores there. It's unheard of. But then again, when I started negotiating leases 13 years ago, this was new to the universe, not just in laundromats. Don't forget, most small businesses, when they own a small business, they're excited about doing that thing that they do well, whether it's an empanada shop or a bead store or a laundromat. And they go out and they listen to a landlord and they sign a lease. I'm unique in that I'm willing to help you with all of the nuances. Who's ever heard of rent abatement? Every landlord knows about it. Every landlord. I'm on live. I've got some questions here. Tony, congrats on your AR purchase. Come on, people. Frank Richards, watching the DVD right now. God bless you, Frank. Hit me up, Frank, and anybody who's seen the DVD. That information is vital. It's crucial. But I'm here to help specifically. You're getting my newsletter. Just email me back directly. Talk to you guys soon. God bless.